P4, P5 chain whenever we'll see the possible 4 ARs at once. But we're getting kicked off here. Starting out here with Destin 715. And I mean, it's definitely going to come down to who can get the most time off this first P1 hold. That's really just going to kind of set the tone for this match.
Yeah, and it's a 4-on-4 hit here at the P1 area, and it looks like the kills are going in the favor of Atlanta Dazed, but Zacharias and Demon getting kills of their own to stay alive in that time, but Destin with a big kill, but he's got Old Guys Texas players all around him, and for the time being, if Atlanta Dazed can't get a couple of kills here, which they do, it was going to be tough for them to contest. I mean, the hill's just going back and forth right now, as it usually does off the break. Both teams just trying to do their best to flood the point, but it seems like for the time being, Atlanta Dazed has secured control.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that was just trade after trade after trade, which, I mean, that's what you expect on P1, but as a team, but, you know, as a viewer, most of the time you usually see, like, one team kind of come out with the advantage, but nobody really, until Days there at the end, were able to take that advantage as we move on to the P2 point here at Gav, which is under boat. And it looks like Days are going to get in there first.
Yeah, and it looks like they win their gunfights as well. Static out to a hot start with that 5-1 on a 4 streak as well. Starbrand doing a great job of holding down that control. Zacharias, though, trying to sneak his way in through that staircase. Knows there's somebody going to be around here. Tries to get behind the tank, but Obido coming around the back, picks up one. The trade's still coming out, but as we say that, Atlanta Dazed do pick up those spawns, which is big on the second half of this hill.
Yeah, Texas just not really able to string any of the kills together like they were at the beginning of the match on that P1 hold. And as I say that, Zacharias starting to make his way back. Obido's able to pick up one, and they're going to start working towards that back green and try and flip these spawns for P3. But in the meantime, we have Dazed here on P3. Static kind of rotating back, holding that main AR position, letting his sub player take over the boat position. And it looks like Dazed are going to start racking up a lot of points here.
Yeah, Saga Acute does a great job of picking up that player about to sneak through that green side of the map and opts to push that P1 side. Static still playing, holding strong with that automaton on this God Heady. But Saga Acute frying all over the place, starting out 10-3 with that auto on a 4 streak as well. Zacharias stops the bleeding just for a moment, but the hill is still in full control of the Atlanta Dazed. Old Guys Texas do get those spawns, but at this point, Atlanta Dazed are rotated to that new as well.
Yeah, that was just a great play out of Starbrand, I think. It was either him or Destin who hit that quick rotate over towards that back rock, towards the P4 side, was able to flip those spawns, and you immediately saw, I think it was 2 Days players spawn up immediately. And I mean, for Optic, they are getting the scrap time here, as Zacharias is trying to get the control of P4, not able to do so. White Boy will be next, isn't able to pick up the kill, and it looks like Days yet again in full control of the hard point here.
Yeah, they're doing a great job of their rotations. There's some solid team play out of the Silver Mix team right now, and in just week 1, it's very nice to see a team so well oriented among the map right now. But kind of some pressure coming in from Old Guys Texas right now. Static trying to play his life, which he does. The kills come in for Atlanta Dazed, and now the push resets from Old Guys Texas on that cliff side of the map. And I mean, they're spawning out so far, Squiddy. It's going to be quite the hill climb for them to get any sort of time on this hill. Looks like Atlanta Dazed even wants to focus on that new as well.
Yeah, and I mean, Starbrand yet again, just that rotation guy, and I mean, he is going to get the unfortunate timing there. But that's what I kind of like about this Gav hardpoint is it's usually not always your main AR who's rotating to get those spawns. It's actually more or less the sub, just because of how quickly they can get to the next point, which is really cool to just like see instead of just playing it. But yeah, I mean, Optic is going to get control of P5, but this is one of the tougher spots to hold, in my opinion, on this hard point, as they have a very good setup. But if Saga has anything to say about it, which he does, but is going to get killed by his own teammate's grenade. But Optic, I mean, it's very early in the game. There's a lot of time left. They could easily start chipping away at this lead starting on this first hill.
Yeah, Old Guys still have 25 seconds left to accrue here at this P5, and that would be some solid time going into that second rotation of hills. You know, you don't want to get, anywhere less than 60 points on a full rotation of hills, and they have broken that margin. But now Atlanta Dazed already rotated to that new point. They're just doing such a great job of knowing where they need to be on the map, the bigger picture sort of things when it comes to Call of Duty, how they need to push, how they need to hold, and Starbrand here doing a great job with his MP40 on this big rock.
Yeah, what I'm starting to realize is Starbrand is really like kind of the big star of this map right now. Like every single rotation he's won, Atlanta Days has soaked 60 seconds. Any rotation that he's lost, old guys have gotten 60. And I mean, if you look at the scoreboard, you can tell how many times he's lost a rotation thus far.
Yeah, I mean, Starbrand really doing a great job of setting up his ARs in Saga Acute and Static to really pop off. I mean, we see Starbrand sitting at 14 and 10, but it's hard to not look at the scoreboard without noticing Saga Acute sitting at 16 and 6 and Static sitting at 15 and 9 himself. I mean, Starbrand doing a great job of holding down the pressure from the front to allow the automatons to really flourish in this environment. But for now, Old Guys Texas do get the break, and with 15 seconds left, they have enough of a lives advantage here, enough of like, you know, a little bit of a rotation to find their way to that new hill. But now Obito finds himself alone on this row.
Yeah, and that's a really good kill by Obito as he gets a second one. Now it's just going to be that last guy on point, waiting for Zacharias to come through. Surprised he didn't take the mid route there, especially with 2 down, but that's okay. He does pick up the kill. Old Guys starting to pick up some more time here, as it looks like Destin is able to hit that side entrance, pick up the kill, and Dazed is right back on the time.
Yeah, Dazed do find themselves back on the time, about to eclipse that 200-point margin, 50 points away from getting that first map W, but Obito trying to contest the time for as long as he can. He knows how dire the situation is for the Old Guys roster. White Boy looking to make a play, but Atlanta Dazed still in control for just a moment. Demon trying to find his way to contest, but, you know, the Old Guys Texas spawns do flip into their favor, and this might be their opening to find their way back into the game if they can have a solid P3.
Yeah, if they're able to chain this P3 into P4 like Dazed did in the first set of rotations, they're right back in this. That's 120 points right there, and that would actually put them in the lead. But obviously, you know hard points are a little too fast, a little too quick. You're not going to get a full 60 typically, but you never know.
Starbrand making the push with his MP40. White Boy feeling the pressure. Starbrand does get taken down, so White Boy stays alive on this time, and this has been going the way of Old Guys Texas just for a moment. White Boy just playing his time perfectly right now, but Destin and Saga Acute make a push onto the time, but they get double killed by the teammate. It is still white for the time being, but Old Guys Texas catching a break for just a moment, but Atlanta Dazed find themselves back in the hill, even behind that 2-piece team nade.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a good chow. I'm surprised that Old Guys Texas isn't starting to focus towards P4. I mean, now they are, but I mean, down this amount with how close Dazed are to the win, I'm surprised they didn't try and hit that roto right off spawn, especially after they picked up that kill on the P3. But White Boy isn't able to finish the kill on the Destin. He is going to get traded out Static. But Obito, 2 big kills there, may be the opening for Old Guys Texas here.
But Atlanta Dazed get the kills behind it and find themselves within 20 of the map when Old Guys Texas find their way in, but Starbrand with a big nade. The pressure's coming from all sides. Static with one of his own. The last player alive on time is Zacharias, and he gets taken down as well. Static 25 and 13 right now, absolutely frying for the squad, trying to play his life. He wants to win it here, still has time to make it happen, and with that kill onto White Boy, Static can still find the W here, but Zacharias with a big kill to shut down that final seconds out of Atlanta Dazed. But with 12 seconds left, all they have to do is rotate to new.
Yeah, it's a shame that Old Guys Texas started spawning in the back of P4. As soon as that happened, you know, you just instantly know Dazed have that roto over to P5. And, I mean, with 7 seconds left, you got to make a push, and Demon's going to have to be the player to make the play, and he does. He does pick up a big 2-piece there. Old Guys do get into the point. This game's not over just yet.
It absolutely is, and Old Guys get the blessed spawn at that first cup, but the kill still coming in for Atlanta Dazed. They need to hold off this push, but that's a clean 3 down. Obito, the last one alive on this spot, tries to get one, but Static pushes him out. The trade does come in Old Guys Texas staying alive for the time being. White Boy BDS trying to shut down the push from the front, and he does. Still players spawning in the back, and Old Guys Texas find their way back into this game, but they need to play perfect. Starbrand coming over the top, picks up one, and that might be it. He gets the second one onto Zacharias, and they might not have enough time to get here. Atlanta Dazed win Gavudu Hardpoint, 250 to 181.
Yeah, if you're Atlanta Dazed with how hot of a start that you had, you're glad to see it get closed out. But I mean, if you're Old Guys Texas, the way that those second rotations went, they went heavily in favor of two guys cross towards A. You rotated over to B. Maybe a guy gets picked, so you just kind of hang out in your spawn, wait for the next guy. So I mean, I love the strategy that goes into it as we kick off. As we see, I think Static saw both of them cross there, but they're still going to stick with this A hit. And I'm curious to see what the two Old Guys Texas players do on the opposite side as Saga gets the first kill and the trade from Starbrand. It's looking good for Dazed.
Yeah, they have the A bomb site basically free at this point. Destin picks up one onto Zacharias, leaving Demon alone in the 1v3. Would be a 1v4, no doubt about it. The bomb gets planted. Not many plays to make as he gets caught on the cross. Trying to play his life for as long as he can, but Starbrand just peppering shots into him. The rest of Atlanta Dazed don't chow out yet. Demon goes for the wrap back, but Saga looks like he should be able to get the kill here, and he does.
Yeah, I mean, it's a horrible situation for Demon to be in a 1v4. Dazed just played that very well. I believe they hit that 3 outer and picked up a good nade on the player who pushed down the stairs, and then basically just kind of baited and switched for Starbrand to pick up the kill on the player top stairs on outer. So great plays out of Atlanta Dazed. Curious to see what they have on defense, though.
Yeah, I am quite excited to see as well. Looks like they are going to throw it to that A site, and Atlanta Dazed may not be ready for it as they have the rest of the players stacked up over at B. Obodo making the quick push. Destin, the only player at this A site on the outer side, but Starbrand with the big first blood to stagger the push out of Old Guys.
Destin is going to get picked there by White Boy. White Boy going to push into the A site. Really not a care in the world there. I'm always a little anxious pushing into the A site. White Boy just said, I'm going to push in. Just let it go. As we do have one guy on the flank, Starbrand, great trigger discipline. He knows that guy is outer, able to call that out for his teammates. Now they are just looking for, well, I guess the other 3, but 3 of them are going to get picked out by Dazed, and in the amount of time that I said, I don't know if they know where they're at, they find all 4.
They absolutely do. And there's streaks all across the board for Atlanta Dazed. They obviously haven't gotten a glide bomb yet, but one player on a 3, another player on a 2. It's a couple of 2 streaks from the side of Atlanta Dazed, as they've just been absolutely frying from start to finish right now. And you can tell they're doing so as the scoreboard shows right now with that 2-0 lead.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Old Guys Texas, you get that first blood. You expect to close that out, but, just some unfortunate timings. You got to pick a little too quick. And we'll be able to see Static doesn't hit that jump. He does not see the cross, and that could affect Atlanta Dazed's play here. But as we have Zacharias here, he's going to be looking P5. I mean, if you're Dazed, that isn't the best case scenario, as you can't really fully commit to a point. And I think Starbrand just saw Demon twice.
He saw him, but he didn't know that he saw him. A little bit of that in-game camouflage we see from time to time. Maybe he was wearing a camo suit and he was invisible on the map. We don't know, but Demon still staying alive. And he peeks Starbrand himself. Starbrand does get that push up, but Zacharias with the first blood. The collapse seems to be coming in from Old Guys.
Listen, I don't know what this round is. Demon sees Starbrand, gets a couple bullets into him. I thought he was going to finish the kill. He doesn't, and then ends up getting killed by Starbrand as we're in a 2v1. Obido's got to hop the bomb, and Starbrand just playing this picture perfect. And White Boy not able to pick up that one kill. He is going to try and defuse, is going to opt to hop off the bomb, which is a smart play because I believe he is on a 2 streak. So, I mean, smart play on his part to just kind of keep that streak, even though he still has, I think, 5 more to go.
He does have a few more kills to get before he nets that glide bomb, but a big 1v2 scenario out of Starbrand. He chows to the perfect time. The player was looking over the diffuser, but unable to get a kill onto him. And Atlanta Dazed go up 3-0. A blistering hot start to this Berlin Search and Destroy, somewhat reminiscent of that Gavudu we just watched.
Yeah, but if it's anything reminiscent of that, Gav, I'm expecting Old Guys Texas to come back with some heat here, just because of how well they finished up on that Gav hard point. As it looks like they're only sending 1B, and Saka might get caught here. They know he's in bomb. They do get the pick. Saka getting a little too aggressive there, but knows that his teammates top fire to at least get that trade. It's going to come down to Demon here. He's going to give away his position and might get caught by player 3, but player 3 doesn't opts not to look at the P5 area. White Boy is in on the B bomb, and it's going to come down to this timing between player 2 and him. And he's not able to get away, but does get the trade.
The trade is in 2v2 situation. Both of Atlanta Dazed are separated across the map. Destin looking to get this defused, but he doesn't see Obito right next to him. They walk right past each other, and now Deep left in a 1v2 situation. He goes to the bottom fire area, and they're not sure where he's at just yet. 2 players in front of him. He gets one. Is he able to get Destin as well? He puts some shots in, but Destin picks up the kill with the MP40, and he gets the defuse to make it a 4-0 game. What a close one, Squiddy.
Listen, I legitimately just gasped. I can't. I guess I can't pronounce that word, but I held my breath and I covered my entire face with my hands. I'm surprised that he did not elect to rotate to either side of the B bomb room, to just kind of play his life, since he did get a couple shots into him and just instantly chowed bomb. I mean, if you're Old Guys Texas, that one really did slip away from you there. But great plays out of Dazed, as they are electing to go A bomb, and they're not even going to check to see what the cross is. And Old Guys Texas have 2 fire, nothing over at A, but 1 courtyard. And Obito, who is in courtyard, does pick up the big kill. But Dazed are still going to get this bomb down, which is going to work in their favor. Did they get it down? He did get it down. So White Boy able to pick up that kill. 4v2 situation here for Dazed. White Boy just electing to hop on this. Is he going to get it?
Somewhat of a heads-up play. Up on the bomb. Destin doesn't seem to know that he's on it. Destin gets a kill on him, and he gets a 2-piece. Does he get the 3rd? He puts some shots into Obito. He pulls out the pistol, and he picks up the 3-piece. Destin with the right play at the perfect time to make it 5-0. Destin is just going off right now.
I'm speechless. I am actually speechless. Old Guys played that so perfectly, and were so close to getting that defused, and Destin came in at the perfect time, picked up the 2nd kill, and then somehow picks up that 3rd kill. That's just a great play out of the kid. And I mean, if you're Old Guys Texas, you're upset with that, but I mean, Destin made the play when he had to. And I mean, if you're Old Guys Texas, you just watched New York Subliners this past weekend. They came back from a 5-0 deficit. You're definitely not out of it, especially with how the past 2 rounds have looked for them.
If you are Old Guys Texas, you need to channel your inner Crim 6, and Zacharias is doing just that with 2 big kills to start off the round. Destin looking to get another kill on the board as he's on a 5 streak, but there's Old Guys Texas players all around him. Is he able to slip and slide his way away? He does not, as Destin gets taken down by Zacharias, but Saga Acute would have a potential 1v3 on his hands. Obito picks up that bomb, wants to plant it, but Zacharias has a line of sight on Saga Acute and takes him down. Big round on the board for Old Guys Texas. The start of the full sale.
Yeah, I mean, Zacharias, channeling his inner fat man. So, I mean, love to see it out of the kid. It's a really good 2-piece there. At the end, Old Guy Texas, you have the defense now. You got an offensive round under your belt. I mean, you just need 3 more.
You need a few more to find yourself back into this game for sure. I mean, if Destin hadn't clutched up those last 2 rounds, this game would be tied at 3 right now, Squiddy. Would you believe that? But instead, it's 5-1. Demon looking for any sort of kills he can get. Zacharias 3 off of a glide bomb. Both teams a little bit stagnated right now, but Zacharias picking up another kill put himself on the 5 streak. The trade does come in, but the push from Demon making 2 Atlanta Dazed players a little bit antsy at the bottom P2 area, but Static's looking over the top, and he gets 2 of his own, leaving Zacharias in a 1v3.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't the worst case scenario if you're Old Guys Texas, because Zacharias is the one that you want in the 1v3, and as I say that, Atlanta Dazed able to pick up that final kill. Does take this 6-1, but I'll tell you what, this match could have very well been in a 4-3 had Destin not made the plays that he needed to make there at the end.
Yeah, Static picking up 3 in the round with the A point is definitely more suited for control gameplay.
Yeah, they definitely said, let's just try and get A out of the way. And Dazed are going to kind of read this. They send 2 guys mid. It looked like Static ran well and is pushing up towards P5 now. They're going to kind of just let this point silk for a little bit. They are going to get the trades they need. And that is one heady. I'm going to take the rank. Thank you, Static. Even though he does get picked off by Saccharus. I mean, Old Guys looking real good on A, picking up the trades that they need. They are ahead in the kill department just by 1. Make that even. And as I say that, Dazed come back with a 2 down, take the kill lead. They're up 2. Pick up another kill towards the L region. And, I mean, Old Guys Texas starting to rotate B. But, I mean, at this rate right now, like, I don't know how much this is going to do for them.
Yeah, they kind of have to hope that that B push opens up the A point for them. Starbrand still staying alive. But just taken down by Demon, leaving Demon alone on that B area side of the map. White Boy going to be trying to push it out yet again, but Destin's here for the support, but he gets taken down. White Boy still at that B site, and the kills coming in from Old Guys Texas on the A side.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Old Guys Texas, this isn't worst case scenario, at least not yet. You know, just try and start playing for some picks today, just kind of sit the point. Let one guy sit the point, just play pick for pick, get as much time as you can. Almost play like a little bit more TDM. As we're going to see 2 guys pushing through mid. Demon's going to be a big factor here. He's often the chow at the same time they chow. Dazed pick up both the kills and another one to boot. Destin just going to turn his back to the guy on point, and we're just going to kind of have a good old-fashioned Texas standoff here. Obito goes huge with a 2-piece. Taga with a huge flank and picks up 3, and that might be it for Old Guys Texas right there.
Old Guys Texas trying to split off toward that B site, but not sure they have enough time to make it there. Saga's still going crazy in this mid-L area. Destin with the 2-piece to shut down the push, and that's going to do it for round 1. Atlanta Dazed with an absolutely perfect round 1. I mean, Old Guys Texas get 1 tick over there, but, you know, that's a fantastic defense for sure.
I don't know if anybody on Atlanta Dazed is streaming, but I want to see if they have the little, like, wheel URL thing where they can spin the wheel and put different, like, things on the wheel. Because, I mean, I feel like they're all just rotating as the route man. Like, Saga that round, huge flanks both times that just ended up resulting in Optic not being, or Old Guys, I'm slipping, man. Old Guys not being able to capture that A point. I mean, just went huge. And I mean, look at him now. He's on an 8 streak. He has full streaks. Is able to pick up the 9th. Does not get traded out just yet. Obito's looking at him. Never. And he does get traded by the stun. So, I mean, the streak will end at 10. But, I mean, Saga, I don't know what else to say about the man. The man is frying. And he's just picking up Atlanta Dazed here. Just huge.
Yeah, he's got a glide bomb in his back pocket now, and Atlanta Dazed trying to work their way to the B point. Zacharias in the back, though, doing a great job of keeping it safe, but Saga's here to shut it down. He picks up another 3-piece of his own, looking for a 4, but White Boy is able to take him down. I mean, this guy is popping 3 pieces on command, Squiddy. He's on a different level right now, and Atlanta Dazed are just popping off on the back of Saga Acute right now.
Yeah, I mean, Saga starts with S, Sim starts with S. I mean, can we start the conspiracy now? I mean, the kid is just playing out of his mind, and I mean, Atlanta Dazed just in full control. Zacharias is fighting his best, but I mean, with the way that Saga's playing, how does he pick up a two-piece there? How does he pick up a two-piece?
The world may never know, Squiddy, but some progression goes into the B point, but it looks like Atlanta Dazed just want to play for kills now. Starbrand pushing out the back, taking out White Boy, and the rest of Atlanta Dazed trying to come in to support here. The push is coming in. There's a pinch on the B point. Obito trying to play his life here. Almost takes down Destin, but Static's here for the trade out. Static does get taken down, but Saga's still alive, and that's the one player you need to worry about, but Zacharias takes him down. 5 versus 11 now. Atlanta Dazed have 1 minute and 4 seconds to get 4 kills.
I mean, if you're Obito there, that's like that is just an absolute just heartbreaking moment there. Whenever you're just so focused on one guy, you think you're gonna get the kill, and then out of nowhere, as he jumps out of the window, you see all 4 Atlanta Dazed members in your sight. Like that's just not it's not a great feeling. And I mean Atlanta Dazed looking very convincing here in this Tuscan control and taking an offense and going into a defense. I mean, you are not in a great position if you're Old Guys Texas.
Absolutely not. You find yourself back on the offensive end, and we saw how that worked out for them last time around. Gonna have to be a perfect push out of them, and they do opt for that B point this time around. Destin, though, with the hold, he does get 1, but the rest of Old Guys Texas still making their way, but Starbrand has the cross. Zacharias finds himself alone on that B point now, but that opens up Demon to push out toward that A site. Zacharias getting the kills he can. White Boy right up over top of him. And Old Guys Texas with a solid start to this offensive round.
Yeah, while your entire intentions were to hit the B point and you not getting a single tick on B, I feel like it almost worked in favor of Old Guys Texas because they kind of all routed as the Dazed players to go towards B, and now it's kind of just like chaos and just kind of resettling. And Optic Tech or Old Guys Texas are just feasting right now on the A point, and so much that they actually capture the point with a 6-kill lead. And they're just, I mean, they're breaking through. They're definitely not out of this. And as I say that, Destin able to pick up a kill with a stun. And it looks like we go 4 down for Old Guys Texas. Static killing his teammate in the process. We are at a 4-kill lead for Old Guys Texas. And Static is probably going to be the main guy here if he gets up in the fire on this rotation here.
Destin, though, here to shut down the push. He gets 2 of his own. Static still spawn trapping, and the hot start that came from Old Guys Texas off the break has simmered down to a nice cool temperature as Atlanta Dazed find themselves in the driver's seat yet again. Old Guys Texas still have time to make the push onto the B point. But with Destin on a 5 streak, he's just looking for streaks here, and he's 1 off.
So I'm guessing they spun the wheel again, and it landed right in between Static and Destin because both of them are just being the route men, sitting back in the Old Guys Texas spawn, and now the streaks are starting to come out. I mean, if you're Old Guys Texas, I mean, it's not looking great.
7v14 now. There's still some time for them to work with a couple more pushes alive for the Old Guys Texas roster. But with 7 lives left, you need to start the push now, and it needs to be now. Obito and White Boy with 2 big openers to allow Obito to jump onto that point, but Destin's coming in with the re-flank. The glide coming in as well, taking down Zacharias. With 18 seconds left and 5 lives remaining, this could be a sad ending to this match but for the Old Guys Texas. But Atlanta Dazed playing out of their minds right now. Demon looking for anything he can get, but with 5 seconds left, I don't think they have enough time to make it. Atlanta Dazed with the 3-0 in the series and the 3-0 in control.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real here. Atlanta Dazed might have just, are we sure this isn't Atlanta FaZe as Smurf accounts? I mean, those guys were just playing absolutely phenomenal the entire